What's up, YouTube? This is RyanREAX with another video. Just a review, not a reaction. Just, listen to it with me. Linkin Park, Somewhere I Belong. I've been a Linkin Park fan since I was a young little kid. Hybrid Theory. My goodness. Such a long time ago. One of the pioneer bands for me to get into like rock music and alternative stuff. Chester Bennington. Did you actually do it, or did somebody do you in with Chris Cornell? The world will never know. What a tragedy. Talent going to waste. Living a weird life, having a strange legacy. Being abused in more ways than one. Stuff that no human being should ever have to go through. But if you did the deed to yourself, I guess you're somewhere you belong. It's unfortunate. We all deserve punishment. Because we all have sinful nature. The weirdest thing is when people say, I'm a good person. I cringe at that. The one that says they're a good person is far from it. And if you don't believe in a creator, then that's only your opinion regardless. Because if somebody else were to say, you're not a good person, would that make them a liar? Just as much as if you were to say to yourself or to others that you're a good person. Did Hitler claim to be a good person? Was he lying? Or were you lying to say he was a bad person? Alright, enough with the stuff. Let's just get into the song, Somewhere I Belong. And that's how an intro is supposed to be done. You put on something that sounds catchy with some groove, and then you don't just get into the song. You transition to another part of the intro before kicking it.
When this began, I had nothing to say, and I'd get lost in the nothingness inside of me. I was confused, and I let it all out to find that I'm not the only person with these things in mind. But all of me can see the words revealed is the only real thing that I've got left to feel. Just stuck, hollow and alone, and the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all the pain till it's gone. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm close to something real. I wanna find something I wanted all along. Somewhere I belong. And I've got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing to say either, except for I do. Alright, so we all feel numb. Most people feel numb sometimes. And some people feel numb all the time. Where you just feel lost in the world, where nobody can seem to understand you, or where you're coming from, what you've been through. The truth is they do understand, but they might not have the solution that you're looking for. Or maybe you know deep down that you're only craving attention because the problem itself isn't the situation you're going through. It's the lack of support that you are ever so desiring. And the people that you're looking for moral support or approval are also seeking those things. So they have a hard time trying to fix you when they need help themselves, and no one else is fixing them to fix you. That reach goes far, but sometimes you don't understand. Come in a second. Take the water. A lot of people's pain comes from the lack of support. Take it out there and close the door. So you want to feel like you belong somewhere, with somebody. You want a partner to go through the good times and the bad times with you. And when new problems arise, you can get through it together. But the ultimate goal is to not go through things. But that's not human to not go through things. Because there's too many different personality types out there. There's too many things going on. There's too many conflicts of interests, whether it's in your job, whether it's at the park, when it's kids around other kids that don't get along. And then it brings forth the parents. So you will automatically have a distaste towards those other kids' parents because you're going to blame their kids' behavior on the parents. So you already have a distaste for them, and it just spreads bad vibes. And because you have a distaste for them, they have multiple choices, but for context, for you to understand, I'll say it like this. You don't like them, so they'll have no choice but to not like you back. And then it's may the best family or best parent win. And then that causes chaos. And then from people on the outside looking in, it makes both parties look bad, even if there was an initial instigator. It's charging. Close my door. You gotta be firm with people to get what you want. Don't let anyone bully you, even if it's your own kid. You call the shots. But I could have just locked my door and none of these interactions would have happened. But I'm not going to do that. Because people need to learn. Make sure everything you do serves a purpose and a lesson for the ones around you. And to keep yourself in that practice mode where you're alert and ready for everything. For any type of interaction with anybody. Not even, well, we're exactly a minute and a half in the song.
Nothing to say, I can't believe I didn't fall right down on my face. I was confused, looking everywhere, only to find that it's not the way I had imagined it all in my mind. So what do I have but negativity? Cause I can't justify the way everyone is looking at me. Nothing to gain, hollow and alone, and the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all the pain till it's gone. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm close to something real. I wanna find something I wanted all along. Somewhere I belong.
And that's another good point that Chester just made. Feeling what we don't ever think is real. So we're always chasing stuff out of our reach. It's scary to have a TV with 5,000 channels. You're going to constantly use so much time flipping through all these channels until you find the right thing. But it's not about finding the right thing, because you can find what's right. The problem is when you finally find it, you're not satisfied. So you're constantly searching out there. You're going to skip with what you are content with at the moment, the very brief second. You're going to pass it up to try to find a higher peak to climb up, a better experience. So we constantly do that. And it's scary when it comes to relationships, because people seek and hunt and search and do all these things to find somebody. But then it's because people want what they can't have. So they finally get it. And then mentally, it gets boring and old. So then they want to upgrade. They want to just find something else to give them that rush. It's gateways, and I do not condone or promote it at all. It's messed up. Because it'll just give people trust issues and always have people on guard to where they can never trust the true intentions or motives of other people. Especially when it comes to relationships. Because you're always thinking, okay, this person's with me, but when is this person going to be bored with me? Is this person already plotting to upgrade or to look for something different? It's just messed up. And that's why I don't even bother anymore. I don't bother with it. It's a joke. I'm just cut and dry. Just cut and dry.
I will never know myself until I do this on my own. And I will never feel anything else until my wounds are healed. I will never be anything till I break away from me. I will break away, I'll find myself today. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all the pain till it's gone. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm close to something real. I wanna find something I wanted all along. Somewhere I belong. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm somewhere I belong. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm somewhere I belong. Somewhere I belong.
No, structurally, the song is good. Very good riffs, good drums. Both Chester and Mike's voice on point. Lyrically, what you see is what you get. There's no puzzles, there's no tricks. It's just, he just wants to be somewhere. He wants to feel. And that's what we're all trying to do, is feel. Once you get to a certain point in life, everything just feels so calloused, you know? Not baby, smooth, buttery hands, but calluses from all the grinding. Now, take it from your hands and put it to your brain. Things aren't awe anymore and new and fresh and exciting. Things are dull and numb and boring. And people. And as technology gets more advanced, people get more complacent and instant gratifying. People don't have loyalty. People don't have integrity. People don't have long-term goals. It's just living one day at a time. And it's messed up. because muscles aren't built in the same day that you break them down. You break them down, and then it takes time for them to grow and strengthen and heal. And then it's not just doing it on its own, it's stuff that you consume that gives you the vitamins, the nutrients, and the minerals to support the healthy growth. But ultimately, it's done with the regeneration of when you are sleeping. So you're not even conscious for the process. Now, the benefit is that time speeds up, so you're going to heal in your sleep. But it's you being conscious, it's you being awake to reap those benefits of seeing and feeling the gains. But no, people don't want to do that. And not just physically, but again, it goes back to the emotional aspect and the loyalty. People don't want to work towards building. They'll just break you off and go somewhere else to look for it. But it's going to be a never-ending search. You're always going to be striving for being somewhere where you want to belong. But you'll never really reach that because you're going to constantly keep on wanting to have that 500 channels and finding the best one out of all of them. But when you get there, you're going to want to find something better and better and better and better. And you never find it because each time you find it, it keeps elevating every time. People just don't know how to settle. They don't say, well, my grandparents are married for 40 years and they were never... You don't know what they did. You know what they told you they did. You don't know. Just like people don't know what you have done. You have skeletons in that closet. You know you do. You freaking know. So you could sit there and lie to everyone. You could even try to force it out of your own self, but you know skeletons that you have. So when there's people that know you that say, well, you have never done this, that, and the third, you know that they don't know. But you're not going to tell them that it's not true because you don't want your reality shattered and you don't want your skeletons exposed. All right, I'm done. May the Lord Jesus Christ bless you. Have a good day. Hopefully you learned something. You know.